So Millie Knight is first up here. Good morning and welcome to day number 3, competition day number 3 of the World Alpine Skiing Championships. And Millie Knight gets us underway on day 1's competition. She picked up what the coaches believe was Great Britain's first ever World Championship gold medal. She will appear in a moment from the left-hand side of your screen. Here she comes, her guide. Millie Knight is Brett Wild, that very successful pairing in the Super G after that. Of course, the Super Combined event this morning is a combination of 2 runs. Firstly, this morning on this Super G course, and the 18-year-old from Canterbury having the honour of going first here in Tarvisio on day 3. The sun is just starting to come up. You can see it at the bottom of your screen, or the top left of your screen, at the bottom of the mountain as it stands. It's just starting to come up over the finishing brow of the hill. Here comes Knight then into the final right-hander, which leads her into the finishing pitch of this Di Pampero slope. The finish line. This is Henrietta Farkasova. The gold medal winner in Vancouver at Super Combined. She'll be looking to add another world title. She picked it up in 2011. Got a gold medal in the Super G course on Thursday. Finishes her run here on day 3 of Tarvisio and the World Alpine Skiing Championship. Next up on with bib number 3 is Menna Fitzpatrick. Jennifer Keogh is her guide. Jennifer, look back to staying on course, following the instructions. You may note and observe that the pair of them have got microphones in front of their mouths. They're communicating with each other constantly out there on the run. And at the moment, they're chasing a time of 1:10.17, which was set by Farkasova in the second run. Millie Knight was some 2.75 back on that, but again, this is the combined event, so these first times only contribute to 50% of the job being done. Patrick then, as you can see, with 1:10.17 the aim. She drops over the line at 1:17.49. Well, Umstead is our 4th competitor. And Umstead with Robert Umstead as her guide. That's her husband, the 44-year-old here from Illinois, looking to pick up another medal. It's her 4th Worlds. Bronze in Sochi at this event, bronze at the last World Championships as well. So, bare minimum, Dylan Umstead really wants to be on that podium. It's Patrick, the likely of the first 3. to miss out for the rest of the field. Instead, coming towards the line. Let's see the official time. It's 1:16.46. It's not much further in front of Fitzpatrick, but it's enough to put herself in the bronze medal position at the moment. But with Elena Sana in good form so far, that's by no means safe. So here comes Sana. Chloe, her sister, is her guide. Can she stop Henrietta Verkasela from picking up her second gold medal of the 2017 World Para-Alpine Skiing Championships so far? 2 events still to come, of course. Monday and Tuesday is the giant slalom and slalom events, respectively. And at the moment, Chloe and Eleanor going well, not too far outside. This is Manila out on the course already as well. So Sana's time we're looking for. Umsted's time will confirm in a few moments. So we'll try and confirm the results of the VI event for the women as soon as we can. At the moment, we're making a start on the standing event here in the Super Combine. As I say, we'll bring you those official timings and rankings for the visually impaired event in a few moments' time. Again, if you want to get in touch with us at Para-Alpine, all of the social media streams, you can send us a message by using the hashtag Tarvisio 2017. Now, this lady is having, well, I was going to say she's having a great World Para-Alpine Ski Championships. She tends to just be great. 5-time medalist at the last 2 World Championships, and she is already on course to emulate that already. 2 golds on the opening 2 days of competition. The rest stroke training day, I suppose, yesterday. And the 22-year-old Maria Boucher rockets across the line. That will come up as 1:10.39. The gauntlet is there for all. So Alana Ramsey, who is already 10 seconds into her run. This is the 22-year-old from Calgary. A bronze on day 1, a silver on day 2. If it wasn't for an erratic left-hander towards the end of her run, she might have been even closer to Boucher, but we'll see if she can come up with something equally as impressive today. And don't forget, 2 runs in the Super Combine, so these first times then to be added to by the second run this afternoon. Don't forget to join us for all of the action, not only today, but of course on Monday and Tuesday for the giant slalom and slalom events as well. And Ramsey really attacking the course. 22-year-old. Through the line in 1:12.52. So we'll wait for her to see if that's enough to stay on the podium. Now, Jalen of the United States, the 20-year-old, sorry. Lives in Harding, Pennsylvania. Fourth in 2015. Is this her year to grab a World Championship medal? Bronze in Sochi. She's 187 back, you can see at the bottom of your screen. 187 back from Boucher's time, and dropping a little further here. Ramsey was still only around about 2 seconds back at that second intermediate time. Jalen, on the other hand, just skirting inside that gate, and it's really slowed her. So that might be pivotal when it comes to the times at the end of this. We'll see as he cuts the line. 1:16.19 is the official time. Will be tricky to make up in the second run. Now, Andre Rothfuss of Germany, a 5th World Championship event. Lady from Frunstadt, tucking in, and still finding herself nearly 2 seconds back. So this will be a closer time towards Ramsey than it will Boucher at the moment. Silver medalist in Sochi. She's been second at the last 3 Worlds, and she'll know full well that the lady that keeps beating her, that she settles for 3rd here, but only by 11/100ths of a second from Ramsey. As we join our next athlete, this is Latimer, who was, as the camera came to her, a little erratic, but has kept it going. So Latimer, as you see at the top of the screen there, belting through that gate at speed into this long right-hander. That's the corner that's caught many out over the course of the competition so far. And Latimer carving her way through the course. As it stands, she'll join the back of the pack if she carries on at this pace. Some 6 seconds back from Boucher. That's the equally disruptive left-hander a moment ago. You just see a lot of the competitors go very wide and then struggle to get back into the gates. And in fact, Latimer is off the course, missing a gate, and so close to the end. I think that was the 3rd from last that she's managed to miss. And that will go down as a DNF, unfortunately for Erin Latimer. She'd done about 88% of the course. And, well, there's always the possibility of missing one, and she did just that. Now, Jochemsen of the Netherlands. Bib number 12, the 31-year-old, originally born in Swaziland. Bronze medalist in 2015. Jochemsen, one of the single-leg skiers. She was born with one leg. DNF in Sochi. So, 4th World Championships. You can see Lara Velinu of Romania getting ready to go, and she's away as well. So Jochemsen crosses the line. PyeongChang's time is 1:14.86. That puts her in fourth at the end of this first run. So, Velinu of Romania resides in Munich now. Tucking herself in and getting around the tricky right-hander. She's not so far back. 1:31 is no disgrace to be behind Boucher, who was very quick in that opening section. Coming up to the second intermediate marker. 53 seconds exactly was how Boucher did it. Velinu dropping to 6 and just skirting back inside the course enough to make that gate. And this Di Prampero course is causing a few issues this morning. Super G, part of the Super Combine, put together by Justus Wolf of Germany. He was the course setter. Now, Binja Schmidt should be our next competitor. We'll look out for bib number 14. Schmidt 3 seconds back already at the intermediate. It's her first major competition. We've seen her in action a couple of times already. She's picking up a raft of experience. Schmidt currently on 17 will put her somewhere near. 1:18 puts her behind Velinu. We should have Melania Corradini at 15. Indeed, who we have. The 29-year-old lives in Tasulo, two-time Winter Paralympic Games competitor. Ranked 6th here at the first intermediate time then. The Super G bronze in the 2009 World Championships. So this will be her preferred run of the two. Trying to find the right line here on the slope. And will now tuck herself in, driving towards the finish line on the course, and actually picked up a place as she went across. So she'll slot into 5th position. Corradini. This is Smazova of Slovakia. Smazova nearly 3 seconds back. Smazova, 26-year-old, competing in her 6th World Championships, is heading to the bottom of the pile as it stands. Indeed, some 10:28 behind, 1:20.67 for Petra Smazova. The final standing competitor here for the women is Melanie Schwartz of the United States of America. How can she affect the standings as they are at the moment? She's some 2.26 back the first time check. 21-year-old who originates from Toronto. I'm sure lives in Toronto. The double Paralympian. And her third Worlds outing. She's ahead of Smazova at the moment. Into this left-hander, one more before she comes over the brow of the hill outside of our commentary box, turning right into the final flurry towards the orange finish line at the bottom of the hill. She'll be greeted by the spectators down there as well. And she actually dropped behind Binjer-Smit by 1/10 of a second at the end of that run. So that's the women's standing event finished. Sitting event will be coming up in just a few moments' time. Just a reminder, welcome to the World Para Alpine Skiing Championships. If you're just tuning in here in Tarvisio in Italy, my name's Alan March. You can get in touch with us here by following us on social media at Para Alpine through Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, of course, as well. And if you want to send us a message, use the hashtag, which is Tarvisio 2017. Tarvisio 2017. We'll try and read some tweets out as we go along throughout the course of the day. Let us know where you're watching from, who it is that you're watching for. The standing results are just running through the screen as we prepare ourselves for the seated event. So again, super combined event today. 2 runs starting with the Super G course this morning. Some 1,288 meters above ground level. That is the start position. A vertical drop for these competitors of over 450 meters. And you might be able to hear the anthem of the games, which is a rather pumped up version of Sweet Caroline. You might remember the original. I don't, honestly. Away we go then with our first sitting contestant. This will be Claudia Loesch, and in her 6th World Championships, the 28-year-old from Vienna. Silver on day 1. Gold in the Super G, so you fancy that while she's going first here, that might be where she ends up staying for the entirety of the first run. It'll all be about the second. And Loesch, she's flying here. Clocking 21.98 at the first intermediate. Oh, and Loesch getting it all wrong, and well, recovers to make it through, I think, which will mean she can continue if she wants to, but the amount of time she'll have lost, she knows that as well. Very wide, dropping out of the course on the left-hand side, and now Claudia Loesch crosses the line. Time is 1:14.76, but you'll be thinking, what could it have been? What would the time have been with a little more control? The door is wide open for everybody else now. Annalena Forster of Germany, silver medalist in Sochi over this event, 5th last time out in the Worlds. He originates from a place called Radolfzell, which is on the German-Swiss border. Overlooks a very beautiful lake. Forster back at the intermediates at the moment, but we know full well that it's the bottom half of this course, just here in fact, where Laos went very wide and lost a bit of time. So the opportunity is there. Can anybody take it? Forster comes towards the line. 1:16.61 is the calculated time. Don't forget, there was a formula added to the clock, which means that their time is manipulated according to the rules of the classifications. So a normal stopwatch won't do the trick. So don't use your own. The time you see at the bottom right at the end is what it's calculated to. So this is Laurie Stevens. Linda van Impelen of the Netherlands doesn't start the course as was scheduled. So this is the 32-year-old who lives in Aspen. World Championships in the 2006 Games. Nice and tight through there. But will be off the pace. Just to show you how quick Laos was, despite the error. 20:58. So some 5 and a bit seconds back on the field. So Schaffelhuber, gold medalist in Sochi. This might be a bigger test for Laos's time so far. Silver in the Super G behind Laos on Thursday. A 23-year-old who lives in Munich, gets a little bit sideways in exactly the same spot as Claudia Laos as well. But she was quicker through the first part, and she should be a lot quicker through this last part. Oh, yes. 1:09.79. Schaffelhuber does the business. Not sure whether she'd have been told or whether she would have known of the error from Laos, and if she had, that might have just given her a little bit more to go at. But certainly with the bit between her teeth. Anyway, Schaffelhuber goes to the top in this first run. Now, Muraoka will also be in contention for medals, as she has been so far. She's got a double bronze in 15, the giant slalom and the downhill. She's already picked up a bronze on Tuesday. She got it in the Super G. The 19-year-old from Saitama. There's a second out at the first intermediate, but that's not where the best part of this course is now. For some of these competitors, knowing that they can make up a bit of time on second here during this bottom end. This is the corner that Laos got wrong, and, well, Muraoka deals with it. And she'll now start her charge towards the line. Down she comes. She She's outside, 1:13.25 from Schaffelhuber, but it is quicker than Loesch. Just over a second and a half, in fact, so good run from Momoka Muraoka. And that leaves us with Victoria Pendergast scheduled to come. That's a DNF from Pendergast. She's just coming down now, as you can see, through the course. She was it's her second Worlds. First time she's had to go at Super Combine, and that DNF brings it to a halt. The 25-year-old from Gosford, who now lives in Sydney, finds another DNF here of the 2017 competition. Well, that's all the women's events out of the way. We'll bring you the final standings of that last event, our sitting event for the Women's Super Combined first run, in just a couple of moments. Unlike these guys, we'll try not to keep you hanging around. We'll move on to our next competition as soon as we can. I am sorry, I did mean it. So Schaffelhuber, 109.79. Muraoka, 113.25. Loesch with a wide left, 114.76. Forster in fourth, Lauren Stevens in fifth, and with a DNF and a DNS, that is the race for the title of world champion in the sitting category here at Tarvisio 2017. Get in touch, as we said. Do please send us a message. Who are you watching? Where are you watching from? They're the bits we're interested in. Whereabouts in the world are you watching all of this from? Starting list for the next event up on the screen. Of course, the men's super combined visually impaired events. And Makmaku has had a stunning start to this competition. He's bagged both the speed medals. How will he fare in the super combined event as well? He'll go a little bit later on in the running order. We'll finish with Kubaka of Slovakia, one of three Slovakians involved, 2 Americans. But we'll start with Miroslav Haraus in a few moments. Away we go then. So Haraus, 30 years of age, from Prešov in Slovakia. His guide is Maras Hudik. A disqualification in Sochi. But the gold in 2015 for Haraus, so he will be the pace setter. Oh, and he nearly lost his left leg from under him there. Just manoeuvring it away from one of the gates, and it really shook him. Haraus regains himself and continues to hurtle down the piste under the instructions of Hudik. Bronze in the downhill. He was fourth and out of the medals, of course, in the Super G. Here on this Super G course, he's looking to give everybody else something to follow. To the line he comes then. That will calculate the time in a moment. We'll bring you that in a second as he just manages to rest up against the barriers at the bottom. 109.64 for Heraus in the first run. So that's his morning's work done. We'll be back in the afternoon for him. John Santacana Misterui of San Sebastian in Spain, the 36-year-old. He's a very popular character. Lots of Spanish flags have been adorned around the Tarvisio spectator area throughout the course of the first couple of days. He's down here on Heraus. But the experienced Santacana, a gold medalist in 09 and 11, comes towards the line here, and his official time will come in at 1:13.33, all about the threes at the end. And Santacana will have to wait now and hope that that's enough to put him in a strong position for a medal come the second run. Now Krakow is just 0.25 behind his compatriot Heraus. His guide is Branislav Brosman, who's just taking a big long look back at Krakow, and not sure whether he was happy or not, but he certainly took a big long look. Difficult job for these guys, talking through the communications with their microphones, but also constantly looking back themselves whilst travelling at a fairly decent speed. Krakow a little wide there, but he's fine. The 26-year-old from Zelina. From the pile, and he can. 108.31 for the Vancouver gold medal winner of 2010. Well, he's got 2 previous world silvers as Krakow. Is this his year? Now, Bertagnoli, he's inside the time as well. This is quick from the young Italian. Picked up a bronze on Thursday. Big cheers from the local crowd, as you can expect here in Italy. And Bertagnoli, the 2 bright orange helmets hurtling down this slope, and he's well inside of the second intermediate then. So the young Italian, a real prospect for a big medal here, narrowly jumping inside that gate. 108.31 to beat then. Bertagnoli is going to smash it, absolutely destroys it. 105.75, 2.5 seconds clear of the field. Giacomo Bertagnoli, he's at it this morning. Now, Matteo Creso. Two and a half back at the first intermediate, his 3rd World Championship appearance for Creso. Only beat with this second intermediate. It's a tough time from Bertagnoli now. Certainly flew down this morning and has got himself to the top of the running order so far after the first 4 of 9 that are scheduled to take part in this visually impaired event. The sun is just coming up over the top of the hill here that leads down into the finish line. As you can see, the spectators at the bottom of the mountain here, already being soaked in sunshine. It's not warm by any stretch of the imagination. Don't take me wrong there. So Cressel's time, he's 1/10 of a second quicker than Santa Cana, who wasn't at his best, it has to be said, the Spaniard this morning. Now Burton, the man from Denver. 24 years of age. It's his debut World Championships. Chris Tatsuno is his guide. Former US Navy man. Makes his way to the bottom. That was Mac Marcoux and Jack Leach getting ready to go. So Burton's time. Oh, he's just lost it as he comes through the line. But he was quick as he came through it. He didn't lose the balance until he was trying to turn into the line. We'll get you Burton's official time. Didn't see any reason for that not to be an official time, so we'll keep an eye on that in a moment. But for now, this should be Mac Marcoux. Burton's time comes in at 1:09.41. He's put himself third as the Canadian. The American, should I say. This is the Canadian Mac Marcoux. Switched guides after his brother retired. He used to be his guide. This is Jack Leach at the front in the orange top and the green pants. But it's Mac Marcoux behind him. Already a double gold winner here in Tarvisio. Marcoux will be keen to carry that on as he crosses the line. We'll have to wait to bring you the official times for Mac Marcoux. He's second, 1:08.29. He's still some 2.5 back here from Bertagnoli. He's 2/100ths of a second quicker than Krakow. So the young Italian stays top. So battle of the States. Two and a half back at that first intermediate. 58 years of age. Mark Beckham from Seattle. Got a silver in Sochi. This is his third World Championship. You see his guide slowing himself down. Keiji Yamamoto. Just the guide slowing down to allow his race to catch up with him. And across the line goes the 58-year-old, and that time will be 1:12.04. Puts him behind Herreros. This is a tough competition. Now Kubaka, only one of our athletes here that's a B1 classification. Very little visual acuity in this classification. Again, the clock will represent that with the formula for that classification. Kabaka making his way down the course here. The 28-year-old, he's from Dolny Khubin. Bowed out a little bit further up the mountain, it would seem, Kabaka. So that brings our VI competition to a halt after the first run. Kubaka, the only DNF on there, but Bertagnoli gives the Italians the thought that they might get their first gold here. It's a realisation, maybe, if he can continue with that startling form that he showed this morning. 105.75. He's some 2.5 quicker than Marcoux, then Krakow, Burton, Harreos, Batum, Kressel and Santa Cana. But it is the young Italian that leads the way. So once again, if you want to get in touch with us, hashtag Tarvisio 2017. We'd love to hear your thoughts. You can follow us as well at Paralympic, and for all the information you need, www.paralympic.org/alpine-skiing is where you need to go to. Standing event coming up next, and 25 athletes to take part in this. Lindström at the bottom there for Sweden. It's our first look at him. Hasn't competed in the first two events so far. We'll start with Martin Wirtz of Austria. Hiraku Misawa will follow him. Adam Hall, Schneider, Gorley, Salka, Kusch, France, Schornstein, Groka, Whitley and Walsh. That's the first few of our 25 in the standing event of the men's super combined here at the World Para-Alpine Skiing Championships 2015. Over 100 or so athletes joined us here in Tarvisio. Just going through the process, Martin Wirtz there, of checking all the straps, the binding. That's the mechanism that connects the boot to the ski. All the equipment needs to be right. The mindset needs to be right. You need to have found your line to get as much speed as you can. So, I'll just say, Martin Wirtz gets us away from Weidhofen. Was 17th on Thursday in the Super G. Yeah. Single pole user. 7th in Sochi. And the first intermediate timing comes through at 22.05. So the Austrian 23-year-old hurtling down the slope, just controls the little jump. Has to correct himself from right to left to skirt back inside that gate. He's certainly coming up the course with a fair amount of pace so far, is Wirtz. 52.37 at the second time check. This left-hander will lead him in towards the final few turns. This is the tuck position they get themselves into to propel themselves as quick as they can over the finish line. And Wirtz does that in 109.62. So following him is Hiraku Misawa of Japan, the 29-year-old from Matsutomo, single leg skier. An office worker by day when he's not carving it up on a mountain. His debut in 2003, so he's plenty of experience. In fact, it's his 6th World Championships, Misawa. Left-hander there. And he's 1 second inside Vretz already. Ninth in Sochi, 6th in Vancouver. We'll be hoping it's his turn, his time on the podium. Came 7th in the last World Championships. Misawa, 2.6 clear at the second time check. Quick right-hander and then down towards the line he goes. 3.5 quicker, 3.48, 106.14 for Hiraku Misawa of Japan. Now, bib 36 should be New Zealand's Adam Hall, and you see him there. Away goes Adam Hall then. 29-year-old from Dunedin. Gold medal winner at the slalom event in Vancouver. Was born with spina bifida, was Adam. Was 4th in Sochi, 6th in 2015. And he's just finding himself a little off the pace in this opening stage. 1.22 back on Misawa's time. That will put him behind Vretz as well. So needs to find something fairly big in this middle section, does Hall. The New Zealander. .186 now, so he's quicker than Vretz through the middle section. Is there anywhere else he can make a bit more up? Or will he have to settle for second at the moment behind Misawa? Down towards the line then. Adam Hall clocks in at 108.21. That puts him second for now. Next away, another single pole user. Bib number 37 belongs to Christoph Bernhard Schneider. And Schneider, 24 years old, came 13th on Thursday in the Super G. And here, he's just 0.82 behind Misawa. The first time check was 10th in this competition in 2015. He's a little erratic through there, but stays on. Clattered the previous gate with his right arm. The closer they can get to them, especially in those turns, and this course built with 37 gates, 30 of those are turning gates. Schneider drops down behind Hall at the second time check. We'll have a look as he comes across the line. 108.82 keeps him third. 0.51 behind Hall. But 0.8 of a second quicker than Vretz. Our next competitor is Mitchell Gawley of Australia, who now resides in Montreal. Olympian, 5th in Sochi. Was 4th in the downhill, so close to that medal. His first medal, that's what the quest is about. Gawley was 0.36 back. Second timing area He's 1.28 back. It's the official time. 107.35 from Gawley, so the Australian goes into second. He was re-elected to the Sport Technical Committee the other day. I think it was yesterday, in fact. The athletes voting into Gawley to be their representative. And he's represented himself with a second place time in the run so far. Now Salka of Austria. Markus Salka. Got a downhill and Super G double in Sochi. He's done the speed double here already. Salka will want a third from 3, and he's 0.24 inside Massawa's time at the first intermediate as well. The 25-year-old from Klagenfurt rocketing through the course. Again, getting as close to some of these gates as he can physically possibly get without putting himself off balance. 0.82 inside now. Salka chasing down on the time of Massawa, 106.14. Don't forget, 2 runs in this super combined event. But Markus Salka is heading towards the top of the standings at the moment as he comes towards the line there. 104.90 from Salka, 1.24 inside Massawa's time, and he applauds the crowd at the bottom of the hill for cheering him on. See plenty of Austrian flags waving away. Robin Kusch now. From Switzerland. A quick time set just in front of him. Kusch is from Neuchâtel, which is the home of Neuchâtel Xamax, if you're a football fan. 4.8 back. That's not too damaging. The 18-year-old, the second World Championships, both the slalom events in Sochi and at the last World Championships, he was 6th in both the opening competitions here at the World Para-Alpine Skiing Championships so far. So he would want to be somewhere higher than that, you would imagine. The nephew of Didier Kusch, Alpine legend himself. I'm sure he can pick up the phone and get some advice anytime from Uncle Didier as he crosses the line. Well, he's third for now. He's in front of Gawley. He's under 4/10 back from Massawa. Martin France next, bib 41. The Slovakian. "32-year-old from Herbanovo, double Paralympian. Competed in the Super Combined in Sochi and came 8th. He's never managed a top 10 finish at the Worlds in this competition, so he'll be pushing for that at least. Lying in 6th at the first time check. Schneider in 6th, Hall, Gawley, Kusch, Massawa, and Salka with that 104.90. Wirtz is the man with the unenviable title of last at the moment. France picking up the pace, 2:37 back from Salka, but he's 5th currently. 25 competitors to come in this competition, according to the start sheet. So unless anybody doesn't start, that's the number of people you've got to beat. 3 seconds back exactly. Martin France of Slovakia in 5th position. Now, Kirk Schornstein of Canada is next up, the 23-year-old from Edmonton. Another using just one pole. And he's moving, is Schornstein, but he's 119 back already on Salka. We'll put him around 7th here, and he's silver in the downhill competition. It's his 3rd Worlds. He was 12th in Sochi, 9th in 2015 in this combined event. That silver in the downhill on Wednesday. You feel like he's just got to get himself somewhere near. That's better. Up to 4th position. A good middle section from Schornstein. Into the final handful of gates then. He wants to come somewhere near 104.90. He won't be on it. But 106, 105 will be nice. 107.68 puts him in 5th. 2.78 back. He's got a big job here, Schornstein, if he's to get a medal from the Super Combined event. Again, don't forget, keep in touch. Hashtag Tarvisio 2017. Lots of people working hard behind the scenes, so if I don't answer your question, your tweet, somebody will, I'm sure. Now, Grucker, Thomas Grucker of Austria. He's over a second back at the first timing section as well. So Grucker, 23-year-old from Klagenfurt, a single leg amputee. 11th place finish in Sochi. Was 4th of the 2015 World Championships. So close to that medal. So, 3.81 back here. And that second time check, and Grocher narrowly missing out last time on a medal. Oh, and he's missing out on the gate here. And he goes towards the line. I think he'll get that. I think he got it back inside the last blue one. Difficult to tell from the camera angle, and I genuinely can't see the hill because of the sunshine at the moment that's coming down. So I couldn't tell you whether he managed to skirt inside. He's got a time registered, so Grocher's time comes in at doesn't come through as a DNF, so that 7.78 seconds back. His time continues and it counts, so it's good from him. So we've got a short delay before we get James Whitley underway. So don't forget the Super Combined event combination of the two disciplines. This one, the Super G and the slalom. They'll go down the course once, then they'll come back later on to compete on the slalom course. And the times are combined. And of course what you need is the fastest time. And you win. Don't think I could make that any easier for you. So this is James Whitley of Great Britain from Eastbourne. The first time he's taken on the Super Combined. seconds back for the 19-year-old. It's a third World Championships. Oh, and he's got a little wide. And Whitley bows out. Into the soft stuff he goes. And, well, he'll be disappointed with that. He just got a little wide onto the right-hand side. Couldn't check back in. And the rules are simple. You miss a gate, you are out. So next up should be Thomas Walsh of the United States. You can see right down into the village, or the town, should I say, of Tarvisio. Nice little place. Had a chance to explore a little bit yesterday. It's not short of any ski paraphernalia shops, as you might imagine. So far, Salka's time 1:04.90 is the time to beat. Glocker did get a correct time in, so he stays in the running. Masawa 1.24 back, Kush 1.82 back, so less than 2 seconds between the front three in this competition. And of course, don't forget, lots of people's attention will turn towards PyeongChang, the Republic of Korea, for the Winter Paralympic Games of 2018. The third time the games have been held in Asia, both the previous ones in Japan in 72 and 98. Walsh then, the 21-year-old from Vale. So debut Worlds, been competing on the World Cup scene. Actually made his debut in Kranjska Gora in 2016. He's 0.92 behind Salka's time. It will put him about 5th if he can maintain this sort of pace. Niko Bojancic is next, and he's Walsh has nailed that gate and another. There'll be some repair work to do here. Well, he's getting close, and he's getting friendly, and Walsh has certainly made friends with a few of these gates as he tries his best to make up as much time as possible. Another red one goes flailing away, and you can't blame him. The speed he's going at, he's trying his very best here. Here's Walsh, 1:08.05 will put him in 7th. You see the shot of the bottom of the hill. Spectators waiting on people to come down. Just the one DNF so far from Whitley. So, Niko Bojancic of Austria. He's next up. See the clear blue skies we're having here in Tarvisio. Just a slight delay at the moment.
Sì, viene Toschi lì e sta lui su quella rossa lì, così non interrompiamo.
Jancic here in his second World Championships. Comes to the starting gate, and away he goes then. The timer starts, but Jancic begins his journey to the bottom of the slope at speed. And the delay, of course, was to repair a few of the gates that young Walsh had marauded his way through. Jancic is 1:33 back at the first intermediate time check. Great change of direction with the body there. Did you make it inside that red gate a moment ago? Real shifting of the body weight needed. 4.04 Jancic. Into the final right-hander. There's not much of one. Over the line he goes then. 1:10.29. That will put him 11th. Jancic completes his first run. Drucker stays bottom. Jeffrey Stoet of the Netherlands, the 21-year-old, born in Huon. First major event. 21-year-old. Looking to put in as many good performances as he can, and with that, he's already got 2 bronze. Day 1 in the downhill, day 2 in the Super G, so maybe another outsider for a medal here in the Super Combined, but he's got to try and stay on the course. A little wild through that midsection there. He was 0.41 back, which only had him in 3rd position.
Job, Alan.
But the course has been unforgiving at times. And that's already pushed him 2.61 back, so getting wide. Oh, and he's overcooked it. Arms out wide from Jeffrey Stoet, and well, you don't need to ask him if he's disappointed. You can sense it from the body language already, and Jeffrey Stoet just holding his arms out to the side and asking why. Well, Stoet will drift all the way to the bottom. It's a DNF for him. Next up should be Braden Luscombe of Canada. A 24-year-old from Victoria. That's where he lives. Right leg amputee, aged 5. DNF in Sochi failed to finish the 2015 Super Combined event as well, so he will try not to emulate Stoet and Whitley so far. The gate takes a hammering. Luscombe was some 1.46 back at the first time check. The second puts him 3.59 down. That's 12th position as it stands. Staying on course, staying on track to finish the first run. And here he comes towards the line. Then Luscombe's time will be 1:10.30. Puts him 12th, some 5.4 back. This is Brossin from France, the 23-year-old who lives in Grenoble. A big wipeout at this corner, in fact, in the Super G. Just went over the brow of that slight little uplift before you hit back onto the snow, and just couldn't balance himself at the speed he was going, and off to the netting, the V netting towards the right-hand side of your screen he went. Picked himself up fairly quickly, so obviously no real damage done as he's here doing it again. The 23-year-old. Finds himself 6.5 seconds back. Oh, and just skirts back inside the gates here, a little wide. Losing even more time on his run. So Brossin finishes his Super G part of the combined event.
Go, Jasper! Go!
This is PyeongChang from Belgium. PyeongChang performing already. You see them getting into the tuck position to gain as much speed through the aerodynamics as possible. Elkin's wide here, corrects it. He's got to get inside this blue gate and has done. Well, he lost even more time there. 5.69 back now. And PyeongChang crosses the line in 1:13.43, so at least puts him 14th. Clement from Canada then. 17-year-old, originally born in Houston, now lives in Quebec since the age of 4. A first World Championships for him. He's just 0.37 back here. That's a good start for the young Canadian. 9th in the downhill, 7th in the Super G, and he's certainly throwing himself around as he makes his way down the run. Again, a user of just the one pole. Rumont is going for it. He stays third here. 1.53 back on Salka. But he's in touch with Kush. Can he close down on Massawa? Can he keep himself in that top 3 position? Final few gates to navigate his way through towards the line for Rumont. 4th, exactly 2 seconds back from Salka. It means there's 2 seconds separate the top 4. Great stuff from Rumont. Now, Santeri Kiveri of Finland. Kiveri, one of the youngest at 16. .11 back at the first time check. 16-year-old from Lapinranta. It's a world's debut. 13th in the downhill, 18th in the Super G. So if he can come up with a time that puts him in the top 10 or 12 after the first run of this Super Combined, I think he'd be fairly happy with that. Let's drop down to 14th here. But that's the corner that's caught a few out recently, so if he's gone through there quick enough, through this last red gate, as he heads down towards the line. Yeah, he did all right there towards the end. 5-12 back, but he got himself into 12th position. So the youngster gaining more valuable experience. Next up is James Stanton of America, the United States of America, 22 years of age. Originally from Clinton, now lives in Denver. The first Worlds for James Stanton. 13th place finish in Sochi to his name so far, and he's quite a way back here. 174 over that first section leaves him in 18th place, and he doesn't want to be there. Can he find an area to make some ground up? He's done it a little bit. He's got up to 17th then, 484. Oh, he's out. Trying to recover into the left-hander, into that red gate, and he just couldn't maneuver himself to get through it. And I think even if he had, he was going way too far out towards the left-hand side of the course. So James Stanton leaves us at that moment. The 22-year-old checks out. As Miroslav Lindinsky checks in. Lindinsky, 20.77 is the first intermediate checkpoint time, and he's some way off it, 383. .44-year-old in his second World Championships, first time doing the Super Combined. .58 back. Lindinsky keeps his balance through the final few gates and crosses the line in 1:15.22, so he'll come in 18th behind Bossan. So Lindinsky 10:32 back from Salka's time. We should have 4 more to come, but the result standings are up, so that is the Super Combined done. So we actually got a slight delay. As expected, there are a few more competitors to come there. The results you saw are the running results. So we should have our only Andorran representative here at the World Championships, and that's exactly who we have got. Orja Ignasi Davi. The Andorran flag on his hip area. He's represented Spain in the past as Davi. A first major competition for him. Lots of smiles as he's crossed the finish line in various events, and he wouldn't have been smiling there. He all sorts of off balance, trying to tackle that right hander, but Davy holds on. Off balance now as well through another section. He's 5.7 seconds behind. You can't say he isn't putting it in terms of speed, and it's cost him eventually. Well, sacrificed his balance in the end, and he's, as you can see, rather angry with himself there. He was just 2 gates from the end, and he spills out uncontrollably. Davide Bendotti of Italy is next. So Bendotti, the 22-year-old, first. Some 3.7 back at the first time check. It's 22, making his major event debut. We'll get the plaudits of the crowd at the bottom no matter what, I would imagine. Bendotti finishing the course has been a issue for a few. Oh, and Bendotti's got it all sorts of sideways as well. He's really had to check himself using the inside edge and the outside edge of that single ski to get himself back on track. Across the line he goes then, Bendotti. 11.28 back. So he drops in behind Ledinsky. Now this might be the surprise package here. Arthur Barchet, just 16 years of age, full of exuberance and speed, and he's just 0.10 back. Well, I said this might be a surprise. He picked up a silver medal in the Super G, was 5th in the downhill. He's just 16 here. Looks an absolutely fantastic prospect for France, and our second to last runner here in this standing event. And Barchet might just be about to mix up the current leaderboard. France have got themselves a real prospect here. Salka will be looking on. So too will Masawa. 0.74. He's still in second. Got to control this section. A few more gates to come then for Barchet. Can he get somewhere near Salka's time? He's very quick coming through these last few sections. 1:5.66, just 0.76 here. Salka leads, but Barchet, with 1 silver already for the 16-year-old, goes into the next race in second position. Final competitor on the course in the standing event then. This is Aaron Lindström of Sweden. His first outing. He finds himself 2 seconds back already. Can the Swede pick up some extra time? Comes through this section unscathed, 4.92 behind. And again, that area of the course costing dear, and Lindstrom, hands on his head. Well, unclips himself. His work here is done, but an unhappy Lindstrom. So it means that Salka's time of 1:04.90 is good enough to take him into the second run here in the Super Combined, in charge of the competition, but not by as much as he perhaps thought he was going to be. Another great run from Arthur Bochet, the 16-year-old from France. What a prospect he is turning out to be. Silver on Thursday. He sits in second here. He's ahead of Massawa, Akush, Rimon, Gorley, Schornstein and France. That's the top 8. Salka leads the way. Get in touch with us. This is Tarvisio, the World Para-Alpine Skiing Championships of 2017. Hashtag Tarvisio 2017. If you've got any questions, feel free to follow us on social media as well, at Para-Alpine. Take a look at us on Facebook as well. Next event will be the sitting event for this competition. Kreiter, bib number 59. Rabel, Francois. Kano at 74. And 27 competitors in this sitting medal group. Andrew Kirker, a gold medal winner already. And the Argentinian Plante will complete the lineup last out of the start gates. So again, join in at home if you want to. Sweet Caroline or Sweet Tarvisio, as our MC likes to shout out afterwards. The sun is shining here in Tarvisio, and we are getting some very bright performances as well. 2017, it might only be less than a month old. We are seeing some future names, along with some household ones, picking up medals at the World Para-Alpine Skiing Championships so far. So George Kreiter will get us underway in the sitting event in just a few moments' time. Kreiter from Germany, reigning champion. Can he hold on to the title? a reminder that the second run is scheduled to start around about 1:30. So make sure you join us for that. The medal ceremonies then take place at the end of that competition. So a bit later on today as well. And then, of course, nothing tomorrow. The course gets changed for the slalom events. The giant slalom and slalom events coming up on Monday and Tuesday. Look down at the bottom of the course. Just a few preparations before the sitting event. Stanton, Davy, Lindström, Whitley, just a few of those that struggled with the course. Again, 37 gates, 30 of those turning. Once again, the starter list for the next event. Kreiter, Rebel, Francois, Sikorsky, Suzuki, Walker, Kamscher, Kunz, Mori, Taboulet, Ratterhofer, Natsume, De Langen, Meyer, Pedersen, Kano, Peters, Lawler, Kirker, Bamba, Elliott, Verotto, Sawyer, Rossi, Holmgrenson, Bambusik and Plenty. And there's plenty still to come in this first session of the day here in Tarvisio.
Aloha dobre boga strano. Sve vem da su njih tekmovalca boga fans.
Ena, Miha je rekel, če lahko ga daš preč, tudi če še ni tekmovalc, ampak je vse.
Ja, to je eno sodnik, ne moram, slušam kaj preč.
Rekel je, da je to eden od sodnikov in da ne more.
1 minute. 1 minuto la partenza. 1 minuto. 1 minute to start next contest.
So about 60 seconds before we get started. And, shots you've got at the moment are right at the top of the course. As we said, the starting altitude 1,288 metres above ground level. The actual finish altitude was still some 834 metres up here. So first to tackle the 37 gates in front of him will be George Kreiter, the 31-year-old, the reigning champion in the reigning champion of the giant slalom as well. Must fancy himself, must fancy his chances, and well, first up means he gets to sit back and watch the rest from the bottom of the piste. And away goes Kreiter then. In fact, we head down. first intermediate time. (21.61). Second intermediate time, 51.21. Oh, down and spinning out. Close to the finish line, doesn't even begin to cut it. Oh, so close. And down. And a DNF appears on the screen, cruelly spinning out to the left of the course as we looked at it. And the reigning champion will reign no more. What a start to the sitting competition. Well, if anybody at the top of the mountain needed a pep talk, they've just got a free one. Amazing.
Tommy, tiralo in parte lì da te, se riesci. Tiralo via.
Roman Rebel of Austria is next. Well, Kreiter DNF'd in Sochi 4 different events, and with a gate to go, he's done it here as well. Now the bronze medalist from Sochi, a silver medalist at the 2015 championships. What an opportunity to make himself world champion. What an opportunity. Into the awkward left-hander. Rabel, down the hill he goes. He will now give us, if he makes it, our starting time. He's inside the time of Kreiter over that first section anyway. Kreiter went through the second section in 51.21. Rebel is moving. Got to keep it together. A DNF on day one. Oh, he's trying his very best to hold on to it here, and he has done. I was about to say DNF on day one, he doesn't want to do it again, and he nearly did it as I said it. This is the part where we lost Kreiter, and Rebel stays on, so the first time he's set 106.99, and the Austrian puts in the lead time for everybody else to chase. Hey. Now, Frederic Francois, he's already had something to celebrate. It was his birthday on day one of the competition. A bronze medalist behind the last two that have just been in 2015. And he's out. Another of the reigning medalists goes. And Frederic Francois bows out as well. Two medals in 2015. And he's ended up off the course in 2017. Well, like Kreiter, he DNF'd in Sochi before picking up the medal in 2015. And what a start to the sitting event. We're 1 from 3. Well, Sikorski now from Poland. Third World Championship appearance for him, a Paralympian from Krakow. And I think he's wide as well. I'm sure that was him going across the bottom of our shot. I think he's, we'll see here. Yeah, it's DNF. I was going to say, I caught him across the bottom of the screen and was absolutely adamant he'd gone off, and he has. Wow, we're 1 from 4. Rebel, the only man to find a finish to the course. Francois, Sikorski, Kreiter, all gone. Well, we don't make these things easy. And it really is tough. Takeshi Suzuki now. There are medals very much up for grabs here at the World Championships. This is the 28-year-old from Fukushima. A 5th in Vancouver. A former gold medalist in 2011. Silver in 2013. Well, he's through the section that caught Sikorski out. He's already passed the section that got Francois out. He's ahead of Rebel's time as well. 6th in 2015. And Suzuki's looking good at the moment. Injuries resulting from a traffic accident as a child. He stepped off a bus. But it is Suzuki who currently, well, he drops into second automatically due to the fact that he's will only be the second person to cross the line. But how far back will he be? 0.92. Tyler Walker, number 64 on his back. The 30-year-old from Hanover. 7th in 2015. And a DNF to his name in both 13 and 11. Right now, you're stuck at the top of that mountain. You're thinking, I just need to get down to be in with a chance here. Because law of averages says there's more to come in the terms of a DNF. I can't see just those 3 and the quality of Francois and Kreiter as well. There could be more DNFs to follow, but Tyler Walker, at the moment, he's not another one of them. He's down on Rebel and Suzuki, that's for sure. Got to control this left-hander. And he is doing it well. Through the final 2 gates he goes. So Walker crosses the line. He'll get a time of 1:09.05. He completes the course. Jeroen Kramschuur should be next. So Jeroen, who's from Liederorp. Eleventh. Was a busy lad at 17. getting World Championship exposure. He was inside Rebo's time early doors. Can he maintain that speed? He's just outside, 0.06. Can he find anything else here? Little off balance there, has to correct himself through this tricky right and left. Holding his own here, PyeongChang. Just a fraction behind at the last time check. How will he come through the line here? Oh, he's inside, 106.77. And the young Dutchman propels himself to the front. Great run from PyeongChang. Christoph Kunz follow that. Giant slalom gold in Sochi. No real success from Super Combined in the past for Christoph Kunz, the 34-year-old. But with the reigning champion gone, the reigning bronze medalist gone, an opportunity, 0.91 back here. PyeongChang was quickest through that first section, and that's going to be awkward, but Kunz has rescued it. Very much offline at one point, but Kunz continues to run through. And he will just want to be somewhere near with his slalom experience and quality. And he's picked up the pace here through the second section. Well, this is good from Christoph Kunz. Final right bend. Oh, Kunz is wild here. Can he get back inside? He can. His time will be, 106.70. He takes the lead, 7/100ths of a second. Christoph Kunz leads the field. Well, this competition just got very, very exciting. Taiki Mori. Four Japanese contestants in this Super Combined event. Mori finds himself down at the first intermediate, but so did our current leader, Christoph Kunz. So a great deal to be decided from that. The 36-year-old previous winner in 2013 came fourth in 2015. So this guy's got all the attributes to pick up a medal here, and with some of the big ones already out of the way, he'll want better than this, though. Currently finds himself down in sixth position. What can he muster through the bottom half of this course? Mori, 107.38. That only puts him fourth, just in front of Suzuki. But just 0.68. There's less than a second separating the top four at the moment. I'm already looking forward to the second run. Brilliant stuff. Taboulet now. A 35-year-old from Morzine, a DNF in Sochi, a DNF in the last two World Championships. He doesn't know what slow down means. He's wide here as a prime example. Bronze in 2011. He knows how to podium in the Super Combined. He knows how to blow out as well. But Taboulet still going strong. And with that gap between the top four less than a second, he needs to pick it up somewhere. He was 0.83 back. He's over a second down at the second intermediate time. He's a little slower through this section than most as well, so Taboulet needs to find a little bit here. Oh, and he's wide. He will go round the outside of the finish as well, and it's another one bites the dust. Wow, not for the first time today. The final gate is the one that someone misses. Unbelievable. Off it. His net goes through the top of your shot. Into the big, long right-hander. And again, he slows himself. At the moment, the 25-year-old really won't be affecting the leaderboard unless he can pick something up in this middle area then. Doesn't look like we're able to bring you the first intermediate time at the moment, so Zwartehofer, there's the second, 398 back into this left-hander. Then it's the correction for the quick right and left. That's nice. This is better from Zwartehofer in the final sections. How much time will he have made up? Not enough. 5 seconds back. 1:11.72 puts him in 7th position. But he can say at least he made it to the bottom. Oh, another member of the Japanese team. This time it's the 43-year-old, the veteran Natsumi, Kenji Natsumi. 6th in Sochi. His best finish at a World Championships is 8th. He's got every opportunity to come somewhere near that. Natsumi, 0.7 down at the first time check. Kunz's time, 1:06.70. Second, Kamschreur, Rebel, Mori, Suzuki, Tyler Walker. That's the top 6. Natsumi trying to join his compatriots in the top half of this board. Pointing the way, he'll be around about 8th. In terms of ranking times, it'll put him to the bottom underneath Zwartehofer as it stands. Across the line he goes, 1:09.26, so he's 7th. Just in front of the Austrian. And this is Niels de Langen of the Netherlands, the 18-year-old from Arnhem. Good start, just 0.35 back here. De Langen, a first World Championships, and well, the 17-year-old Kamschreur went top at one point, so there's enough inspiration, if any needed, for De Langen. Oh, he's got it a bit sideways. He's made it inside, but the big pitch into the snow will not have helped, and he'll have to try and regain some speed. 5th in the downhill, 14th in the Super G, and that error a couple of moments ago really has affected him. He's now 4 seconds back. He'll just about make it inside that blue gate. Then for the next red one, he's staying on course at least. But De Langen was going fairly well. And, well, ends up being 5.5 seconds back nearly. So the 3rd of the Dutch contingent, and oh, Floris Meyer goes early, real early, and you can sense the dissatisfaction from the 27-year-old. Came 10th in the Super G, was a DNF in the downhill, and he'll add a DNF to his Super Combined efforts as well. So again, get in touch with us using the hashtag Tarvisio 2017. Follow all of the action here of the World Para-Alpine Skiing Championships. That's not the best view in the house. This one is right in front of your screen, although that one's not bad. Tarvisio 2017. Every event covered live. And don't forget, not here tomorrow. It's a training day tomorrow. So Monday and Tuesday, the rest of the action. But later on today, of course, the second run of all of these competitions. But stay tuned for now. We've still got the final runs of the sitting competition. There were 27 that started. We've already seen a fair few DNFs as well. We're back underway with Jesper Pedersen. Bib number 73, Jesper Pedersen gets underway. The 17-year-old from Bern.
Okay,
8th in the downhill, 7th in the Super G. If there's a chance of a medal, he might fancy it here. Just 0.66 back, but that 0.66 can put you in 9th position, as you can see. But staying on the course is always key. And Pedersen
Thanks, Scandinavia.
is manoeuvring through the run nicely at the moment. 50.48 was the second intermediate time. He's 168 back. We can find something a little special towards the bottom end here. He can close that down. And here comes the 17-year-old Norwegian. He's made it all the way through. Here's the line. 108.91. Holds his arms out to the side. Kano of Japan, Akira Kano. Oh, he's gone. Big hit for Kano. Caught the inside edge of his monoski blade. And the DIN settings on his releasing the monoski. And he's just gone over the brow of the camera angle that we've got, so hopefully he's okay. We'll try and keep you informed on that.
Ania, no problem. No problem. Fermo sotto, ma ha perso uno sci.
Just catching the edge of the ski. Trying to angle his body too much. Catching a rough bounce as well. And away went Keno. Add him to the list. Corey Peters of New Zealand. Silver in the Super G in the downhill. 4th in Sochi. 5th in 2015. Big opportunity for the New Zealander. So there's the standings at the moment. Kunz with 106.70. The time to beat in this first run. Again, a reminder that there are 2 runs in the Super Combined. Kunz, Kamschreur. That's the top 2. De Langen is the last one to cross the line without failing. And what's that, 7 DNFs? or 6, I think. Yeah, 6 as well. Keep those tweets coming. Hashtag Tarvisio 2017. What a dramatic men's sitting event we're having. So Rabel in 3rd, Mori in 4th. So just 0.68 separating the top 4 as it stands. Andrew Kirker still to come. So 2 Corey Peters in a few moments. The Italian athletes left on the start list as well. So call to the starting gate should be Peters. Himself, and through the gates he goes then. So Corey Peters, New Zealander, lives in New Plymouth, 33 years of age, always a little wild through the opening stages, and that's caught a couple out. It's exactly what stopped Kano a couple of moments ago. He had the better of Frederic Francois as well, but Peters stays on, and he's inside. 0.39. Into the air he goes, but lands it neatly. Peters is motoring. Got to keep it on the course, got to keep it going through the run. But at the moment, Corey Peters looking good. 5th at the last World Championships. Huge opportunity to try and top the podium here. And he's well inside if he can keep the control through this section. Oh, he's really riding it hard now, Corey Peters. Into the final few gates. He's had a few hairy moments. This area has caught a few out, but it won't catch Peters as he crosses the line. He goes top, 106.12. And he's put himself over half a second clear of the rest of the field as well.
5.
Come on out.
Go on.
Peters goes top from the rest of the field here, and with the reigning champion gone, what an opportunity. This is Stephen Lawler. The first of 4 Americans to go in an order here. Lawler from Burlington, DNF in 2013. He 10th now. Oh, Lawler's wide. Lawler's wide. And he'll find those 3 letters once again. It's a does not finish for Stephen Lawler. So Andrew Kirker, who's already got a goal to his name. Oh, and Kirker's struggling. We'll wait and see if he comes out the bottom of that, but a rather big plume of snow. And Kirker's gone as well by the looks of this. He has. Another potential medalist. Finding the piece too tough here on day 3. So the first 2 of our 4 consecutive Americans have gone. Jasmine Bamber will be up next. Final Walker, who went a while ago. The only one of the 3 Americans so far to make it through. Walker sitting in 8th position. This is Jasmine Bamber. The 37-year-old. You're looking to come out of the mid-right of your screen up towards the top left, and he does. So he makes it further than Kirker. He's some 2.5 seconds back already. Bamber rounding the right-hander, pointing the way and giving himself a chance. Who's in Denver? Former competitor for Serbia. It's his 4th World Championships altogether. Jasmine Bamber, he's got to get through this tricky section here, and he has done. Just got a little sideways at one point, but used his experience to get back on the straight and narrow, and through the line he goes in 10th, 4:04 behind.
Let's go. Come on now.
And the last of the 4 Americans in a row here, the 5th altogether in this contest. He's Joshua Elliott, 35-year-old from Washington, lives in San Diego. Going well so far. Just 0.37 away from the first intermediate time. If he can keep this pace up, Elliott will threaten the top 5 or 6. DNF'd in 2015. Oh, and he's keeping it going here. A little hairy. But sometimes to get the speed, you've got to take a chance, and well, that's what Elliott's doing. It's cost him some time, though. He's 3.41 back now. Corrects himself, just about scrapes inside the blue one. And down towards the line comes Elliott then, so it was erratic in parts, but Elliott makes his way down. He's behind De Langen in the end. Didn't have a bad start. That middle section costing him time. So Corey Peters continues to lead on 106.12. Kunz in second, Kamstra in third, and Rebel now drops down to 4th. A couple of the gates being repaired on the course. 13 times registered. Number 80 to come next. First of about 2 Italian competitors here. This is Alessandro Verrotto from Padua. It's a first major competition for him. Crashed out in the Super G. How will the 38-year-old fare in the Super Combined here with the Super G course in front of him? Well, he's through a couple of sections that have caught out people already. And, well, he's off. He'd gone over the brow of that first hill, and not necessarily the hardest part, but doesn't come through the left-hander. So Alessandro Verrotto is out. So again, the start list and the results so far. Mark Sawyer of Australia is next. Back to Italians in just a brief moment. The 38-year-old from Melbourne. Certainly the guys finding it tough on the mono ski. Oh, and Sawyer already getting it a little bit sideways as he drops over that first hill. Will he come out from the bottom right? He does, and up towards the top left of your screen. Sawyer continues. We're looking at 1.37 down already. Nine DNFs. Sawyer will not want to add his name to that one. It was something he did in 2015. He only entered 2 competitions and DNF'd in both of them. Sawyer, though, cutting through steadily at the moment. He's up above Zwartehofer. Oh, he's going to scrape back in. He's going to really cut through the snow on the edge of that ski and redirect himself, and he'll make it across the line. It's a good speedy finish, you know. 1:10.16. He'll come in 10, just 4 seconds back from Peters. Oh, and sliding straight out. Sliding straight out is Danilo Rossi, who smashes the snow in frustration. In fact, I'm not sure it's Rossi. It might even been Holmgrimsson. It was Holmgrimsson. Rossi didn't start, so Holmgrimsson, you could say he didn't start either. Just the 2 gates, trying to take the early right-hander, and it just went from underneath him. If you angle it too much on the edge, it gives way, certainly if you hit a little bump. And that's exactly what the Icelandic skier has done, and he is out. Pavel Bambusek. Is the man waiting. He'll be working through the course in his mind. The 32-year-old from Prague. Away goes Bambusek. Oh, and he's got it sideways as well in this early section. But he stays on and carries on. Looking for Bambusik to come out of that bottom right of our shot, and there he is. So the man from Prague, the 32-year-old in his debut major championships. Oh, he's hit hard there, but stayed on course. Dug himself into the course quite deep, but he's bounced up and carried on, and he's just about stayed inside this time as well. Bambusik is having a rough ride of it. Oh, it's too much. No, he stays in still, but he's lost control. And down goes the Czech, hitting into the V-netting hard. And, well, takes his frustration out on the V-netting. He's already done that. But Bambusik lost control of his aids. Couldn't get a grip of them to help him balance. And it was sure was a bumpy ride into the V-netting. He seems okay. I think he's more frustrated with himself than perhaps hurt. And Bambusik starts to make his way down, but not to register a time. Another one goes.
Sasha, repairing the nets, you can start with the results. Again, you have a time. I will keep you posted on the time of the start for the last athlete. Can I just continue?
So you just panning through the current results as they stand. Kunz in second, Kamsura in third, Rabel in fourth, Mori, Suzuki, Corey Peters though, 106.12, and the New Zealander looks to be heading into the second run with an advantage. Top six separated by less than 2 seconds, though. Top nine just over 3 seconds. Any errors by the top 4 and 5, and the rest of the course may feel that they have a chance. Just look at the list of names that have struggled with the course towards the end there. As this list rolls through the next page, Kreiter leads the way. Ten DNFs in a 27-man field. And this competition here in Tarvisio is anyone's to win here. Corey Peters from Kunz, from Kamstra, from Rebel, 0.87 separates those four. What a second run this is going to give us. Final contestant of the morning session, Enrique Plante. Don't forget the second session, the second run scheduled to start at 1:30. Plante should come out of the bottom right of our screen now. He is running. We've lost the clock at the moment, so I'll try and give you his times in a couple of seconds. He's off the pace, a big plume of snow there from him as he cuts in deep to stay on course. But Plante manoeuvring his way through the gates. with ease compared to some. That was the area that cost Bambusek a moment ago. So, Plante staying on course.
Dash for Denny, please.
Dropping down into this left-hander. Tricky quick right and left, and the Argentine has stayed on. Again, we're unable to give you the time just yet. It'll be being calculated behind the scenes, so we'll try and give it you as he crosses the line here then. 1:20.76 for Enrique Plante. It puts him 15 of the 15 that finish. But he isn't a part of the list that didn't finish at all, so Enrique Plante comes home in 1:20.76. Had a fair few issues with the course, but took it steadily. Corey Peters comes out as the leader going into the second run a little bit later on this afternoon. So again, take a look at the list here. Kleiter, Francois, Taboulet, Kano, Kirker. A whole host of names that failed to finish here. And that is a big opportunity for the rest of this field. Peters, Kunz, Kamscher, Rebel, Mori, Suzuki, Pedersen and Walker is the top 8. Natsumi and Sawyer complete the top 10. And there is just 4 seconds between the first 10 here.
Miha, se slišimo?
The second run for all of the competitions is coming up a little bit later. Once again, if you want to get in touch with us, use the hashtag Tarvisio 2017. You can follow us as well at Paralpine. Go to www.paralympic.org/alpine-skiing for all you need to know. We're going to stay live on air, but I'll be back with you in a little while.